Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Alec Hamilton. I'm the senior producer for Morning Edition. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We're going to get started in just a minute. Before we do, I just wanted to share a quick little anecdote with you guys while people are still trickling in. My mom recently, she knew that we were doing this. She knows that we do Poetry Month on Morning Edition at WNYC. And she recently sent me something that she had read that she really loved about poetry. And she transcribed it. It was from an interview from the New York Times Book Review, from an interview with Ada Limon, the former U.S. Poet Laureate. And my mom sent me this little snippet of what she had said. And I thought, oh, this is beautiful. I want to use this. I want to use this either on the air or tonight here. So I went and I looked up the transcription. And actually, that wasn't what she had said. It was very close. My mom's a good journalist. She really captured the gist of what Limon was saying. But she had just gotten a couple words wrong here and there. And what she had written, what Limon had said was great. It was fine. But it was part of a longer conversation, and it was a little more prosaic. And what my mom had written was really beautiful. So I thought, I guess I can't really use this. But then my partner pointed out that actually what my mom had done was unintentionally, she had written a collaborative poem with Ada Limon, the former U.S. Poet Laureate. So I'm going to read you my mom, Martha Hamilton, and Ada Limon's collaborative poem, which is, Limon was asked, what have you learned about how poetry is regarded in America over your years as a poet laureate? And she said, it's funny, because every study I see says that we're reading less as a nation and that poetry readership is down. But my experience in the wild, if you will, is that people are reading poetry and writing poetry everywhere. Everywhere I went, someone was doing a project. And my job seemed to switch from being someone who was supposed to be out there making a case for poetry, and instead I got to receive what people's experience with poetry was. And it was very deep, and it was everywhere. That's my mom's poem. Join me, please, in welcoming Morning Edition Associate Producer Veronica Del Valle.
Good evening, everyone. It is very fun to see so many people here on a school night. As my colleague Alec Hamilton just said, my name is Veronica Del Valle. I'm an associate producer here at Morning Edition. And here at Morning Edition, I think we've been doing Poetry Month as a big formal thing for about 8 years now. And every year, April rolls around and we're like, how do we make this bigger and better and more exciting for our listeners? And with a theme like Good Neighbors this year, we thought there was no better way than inviting all of our radio good neighbors here to celebrate with a night of collaborating and listening and writing poetry all together. Tonight, you're going to hear some vital talks about the role that poetry plays in all of our lives. You'll hear some readings, you'll hear some music, and then you'll get to collaborate. But before all of that fun stuff starts, I really want to remind you that WNYC is member-supported. An event like this takes a lot of time and effort and practice to put together, and so it's the support of our members that really makes this event possible. It gives us the resources to do the work, and it brings all of you guys right here. As many of you probably know, it's a really vulnerable time to be public radio right now. Federal funding ended last fall. And if you're already a member, I want to thank you from the deepest bottom of my heart. It keeps this place running. And if you haven't yet joined, we're inviting you to do it right now while you are enjoying this beautiful event. Any gift of any size is absolutely welcome. A monthly sustainer gift gives us the stability to weather the highs and lows of working in public radio, and it gives us the freedom to create shows as we see fit. There's a QR code on all of those screens right now where you can learn more about giving us some cash right now. And thank you all again for joining us. I'm thrilled to welcome the man, the myth, the legend, and the host of Morning Edition, Michael Hill.
Hi, neighbors. How are you? Thank you for coming this evening. Tonight we're inviting the authors of some of our favorite poems to the stage here at the Green Space to share their work with all of us. And I'm really excited for what you're about to hear. We'll also meet someone working to bring poetry to New York City's young people, which is always a very important thing to involve the young people in our city. We'll also have a little workshop. This may be my favorite part of the evening, where we can all try our hand at writing, at collaborating. How about that? Are you ready for it? Yeah. Are you ready for it? Yeah. Are you ready for it? All right, all right, all right. Let's get started now. M.A. Dennis, let's welcome him to the stage here at the Green Space. M.A. Dennis lives in Staten Island and is the author of Mistaken Identity Crisis and a contributor to the QUEENSBOUND project, and we'll hear more about that project later on. He says his honorifics include publication in a New York Times haiku collection and meeting all the members of Wu-Tang Clan. Dennis, thanks for joining us. I see on your social media, you describe yourself as Poet Laureate of Undomiciled and Formerly Homeless Individuals. You got to tell us more about that.
I believe, was it Shirley Chisholm who said something about if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair? So, you know, I haven't got my seat yet at the Poet Laureate table, so I said I had to make my own folding chair. So, very near and dear to my heart, the unhoused. I spent several years being unhoused, so that's my nod to my tribe.
How did you become housed?
Through a voucher program, and our new mayor hopefully will put more funds into that, because that is the key to solve it. It's so simple that you don't understand why we haven't figured this out. But if you get people housing, then people aren't experiencing homelessness anymore.
How long have you been writing poetry?
I have been writing poetry ever since they were giving out those little blue booklets to take essays,
right,
to do the standardized tests. Yeah, that's when writing started for me.
That's a long time.
Long time, yeah.
Now, I understand you have 2 poems for this evening?
Yes.
Would you read one for us, please?
Yes.
All right, great.
Okay.
You want to do it then?
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Let's welcome M.A. Dennis.
Neighbor. It's the only N-word we agree on in my line of work. Advocating for our unhoused neighbors, buried in a blizzard of unkindness, shoveling a communal pathway. Lend a hand, even if it's slight. Hold the door. Keep humanity ajar. Please, we have differences, but we're walking the same plank. Don't push me. Be considerate. On garbage day, my $55 trash bin was left in the street. Thank you for placing it inside my gate. There are no fences or walls between us. We follow the rule that's golden like Chinese takeout duck sauce. Today, a 1-star delivery. Put your package in a spot prime for theft. No worries. Like a good neighbor, I'll hold on to it until you get home. I don't know if some of you can relate to this, but I was born in an era where we played outside. If you weren't on punishment or grounded, you stayed outside, because coming inside meant you couldn't go back outside. You couldn't keep opening and closing and opening the front door, screen door, letting flies get inside, because once flies are in the house, now you got house flies. In my era, we were outside the house so often, we actually had to create a game called Playing House. I grew up going to house parties, listening to house music, dancing in the streets, but being outside never led to me not making it home. Nowadays, everybody says, we outside, but many feel the need to stay indoors now more than ever before, because it's not safe outside. It's not safe for pedestrians or 86-year-old seniors. It's not safe for 7-month-old babies or 15-year-old teenagers. It's not safe on the basketball court or in the subway train. It's not safe to fall asleep on the F train. It's not safe to be an immigrant or a dreamer. It's not safe to walk away from unwanted advances or say no to a stranger who wants your phone number. For so long, we focused on being inside places that were safe spaces. So how did we forget all about the outside?
Like a good neighbor, M.A. Dennis. How about another hand for M.A. Dennis? Now we'd like to welcome to the Green Space stage here Hoshiko Su. Hoshiko is a Taiwanese-American poet from Queens and the 2026 NYC Youth Poet Laureate. Come on up. Now, your performances have been featured at Federal Hall, the New York Public Library, and Harlem School of the Arts. You're a high school senior, and already you're the city's Youth Poet Laureate. What's next for you?
Well, according to my parents, college.
Okay.
But I would say hopefully a lifelong full of creativity, not to sound very cliche, but for me, I hope to keep doing what I do forever.
How long have you been writing poetry?
Probably since I could talk.
Wow. What got you started? What got you interested?
You know, honestly, I'm not too sure. I've always loved to read. You know, I would hole up in this like reading corner. I remember once flying through probably the 5th Harry Potter book and like, whoa, like maybe 5 hours, personal record, personal best. But I would say there's always been that need to express myself creatively. I think as a young person, we really undervalue that now.
What do your parents think?
Ooh, they think I should go into STEM, but but it's okay. I'm out here creating.
All righty. You have a poem for us?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to read it?
Yes, I would.
Would you like to stand over there and do it, or would you want to
Yes.
stay where you are?
Ooh, I'll stand over there and do it.
All right, great.
The funny thing about Queens is the way its ribs catch like a mother anxious to hold me. The way its streets, Douglaston to the Rockaways, taste my brine tears in ocean depths and still swallow them without wincing, their hands gnarled into faded crossing lights that stop you to wait. But gun to my head, ask me a street name and I'll choke. My tongue only knowing how to wrap around directions like by the Mickey's Playhouse, by the H-Mart that sells Tibetan food, by the Cookware Plaza painted green, not forest green. Acid green, ha! The funny thing about Queens is its labyrinth nature. Every 2 avenues, a world you've never seen. You could get the best baklava in the world at 5 shops within walking distance, each Persian, Syrian, Greek, Lebanese owner, promising samples that taste like missing dreams found on the roof of your mouth, like drowning honeyed faces at County Farm, like joy is suddenly everywhere and infinite and pistachio flavored, but I've only had baklava from the Greek place, so I'll take that one's word for it. In Meadows, Bayside, Astoria, every fantasy I've had has come and left me, but I love it enough to never beg for it back. I felt every street, paved, unpaved, under my clumsy feet, felt every broken, unbroken heart, felt the migrating hope that laces these streets like shoestring a child loops for the first time, like embroidery on grandmother's handkerchief, like sewage this city will never clean up, this hope pounds in my ears like lunar gongs, a reminder that this is the whole of our universe, its truths, written into sidewalk scratchings and basketballs bouncing off abandoned courts. Can you hear them now? The best thing about Queens is you do not have to be born here to belong. I see her in the newborn's cries, in every black, brown, yellow child living to defy another day, in every footprint brave enough to leave a mark and say, I was here. and we still are. Thank you.
Wow, another hand for Hoshiko. Sue. Wow. Now, are you inspired or what? Yeah. All right. Now I'd like to welcome to the Green Space stage here, Jimmy Roberts. Jimmy, you sent us a poem that we all love. And come on up, Jimmy. And I have to tell you this. When we invited Jimmy Roberts to participate in our April Poetry Month, we had no idea who you were. Jimmy Roberts is a Broadway musical theater composer. He composed the music for I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. The second longest off-Broadway musical in theater history. Jimmy, congratulations.
Thank you.
How long have you been writing poetry?
Poetry is the last 20 years only.
20
15,
years?
20 years, yeah.
What got you interested in writing poetry?
I was going to tell you, in my case, it was a loss in the family, for which I found that poetry has answers that the no other arts have for me.
Wow.
It can contain a grief.
Wow, it sure can.
I don't mean to
And
be a
whole lot
downer,
more.
but...
That's okay, though. We're talking about emotions when writing poetry. We
Yeah.
certainly are. Now, you have a poem for us, right?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to read it for us?
Love to.
Please, please, please.
It's about our
You want to
city.
do
I'll
it
go
here,
up
or would
there.
you like to go there?
I guess I'll go up there.
Okay, great.
Thanks, Michael.
Jimmy Roberts, folks.
This is called New York and the Kindness of Strangers, and it's in 3 parts. 1. The guy who sees me struggling with a heavy printer on 34th Street sprints up, lifts the unwieldy box, hails a cab, places the box in the trunk. Thanks, can I give you something? Reaching for my wallet. But he's already halfway across the street. Hey man, we're New Yorkers. We help each other. As he disappears into the swirl of rush hour. 2. The star in her Lincoln Center dressing room where I've coaxed my shy 14-year-old niece. I want to gush about the show, but the actress has turned to her young visitor. Who is this beauty? The girl looks down, embarrassed. Come on, tell me about yourself. In a quivery voice, it all rushes out. She loves theater, loves to sing, longs to attend acting camp this summer. The star gets up, hugs her. Yes, you must. I have a very good feeling about you. My niece floats out the door with her autographed playbill, pressing it close. 3. Meow, moans the stray cat, caught high on a sharp spear of barbed wire at a construction site. Meow. It's late and cold, but I just can't walk on. I spot an empty milk crate, drag it over, step on it, reach on tippy toes to the suffering creature, lift it slowly, free it from the piercing blade, not without some blood, on the cat, on me. Still, it drops gracefully to the street, scampers off into the night. We're New Yorkers. We help each other.
Another hand for Jimmy Roberts, New York and the Kindness of Strangers. Now, you see a great big piano over here, right? And we know that Jimmy Roberts is the composer. So this is like made in music heaven, I think we can call it here. Jimmy, would you play for us, please?
I'd love to play a song.
Thank you.
A song about that same city that I just did a poem about. I believe that Almighty God when he put me on this planet. Tried to think of the best place I could be. And he searched all around the world, from Singapore to Paris, till he reached the Atlantic shore. And he knew he could look no more. He found what he was looking for right here. And it's New York City, and it feeds my soul. And I know if I left here, I'd be so much less than whole. 'Cause I've crossed its bridges, I've walked every street, from the Bronx down to Brooklyn, telling everyone I meet, New York makes me complete. It's a shame that some other folks seem to feel so uninvited. They just sit in their rocking chairs on the farm, making jokes about the way we live when they haven't even tried it. They keep asking for reasons why. I just tell them I'd rather die than be stuck in some small town hideaway. And it's New York City, and it feeds my soul. And I know if I left here, I'd be so much less than whole. 'Cause I've crossed its bridges, I've walked every street, from the Bronx down to Brooklyn, telling everyone I meet, New York makes me complete. Well, don't be scared. Take a look around and listen to the music. You can feel the energy in the air, and it's there for all of us if we will only use it. It's a city of great esteem. Possibilities reign supreme. All it takes is a little dream to stay. And it's New York City, and it feeds my soul. And I know if I left here, I'd be so much less than whole. 'Cause I've crossed its bridges, I've walked every street, from the Bronx down to Brooklyn, telling everyone I meet, New York makes me complete. New York's back on its feet. New York just can't be beat. New York makes me. Thank you, WNYC, AM, FM, you make me complete.
All right, Jimmy Roberts, thank you. Understand, are you going to play it again for us at the end of the show?
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, thank you. One more time for Jimmy Roberts. Yeah. Now, every April when we start putting listener voices on WNYC, one of the things we really love is to hear poetry written and read by kids and young people. And for years, we reached out to Urban Word to help connect us with some of those young voices. Urban Word is a literacy and poetry organization here in New York City. They work with New York City youth through local and school-based programming and also run the National Youth Poet Laureate and the NYC Youth Poet Laureate programs. I'd like to introduce to the green space and welcome to the stage here, Urban Word's Program Director, Ebony Hogan. Ebony, come on up. Now, you have to tell us more about Urban Word. I see you're celebrating, marking 25 years this year?
Yes, we are.
Tell us about it.
We have been around since 1999. It was founded by a small group of poets, New York City poets, that realized that spoken word performance in particular, poetry in general, can be used to promote literacy and civic engagement and to build confidence in young people. So they came together and they created this organization, and we have been running strong and had this beautiful community and this beautiful legacy for many years.
I'm really curious about your work in the schools. Who do you work with in the schools, and how do you work with them?
We partner with a lot of schools every year in all the boroughs, except for Staten Island. Sometimes we get out there, but usually we're in the boroughs here. And middle schools, high schools, we work with youth ages 13 all the way up to 24. So we also are in colleges.
Wow.
We have partnerships with CUNY, work at Macaulay Honors College. So yeah, wherever there are young people, we're trying to be there.
Wow. Now tell me, why, from your perspective, why do you see poetry as important for young people?
I think, there's two things. I feel like it's already been brought up that like literacy in this country is not where it should be right now. Right. And I think more than ever, it's important for young people to have the tools to express themselves in confident and courageous ways in a country where free speech is under attack in a lot of ways. Young people need platforms to be able to speak their mind because, they are the future. They are the future of this country. They're the future of this world. So we're just trying to find spotlights to put them in.
Do you find in the schools that there are some young students there who are timid about writing poetry for fear of what someone is going to think of their writing, what they're expressing, or anything like that? How do you help them meet the challenge of saying, look, be yourself, do your thing?
I think that's the majority of students that our teaching artists come into contact with. As a former, I started out as a teaching artist with Urban Word. And you go into classrooms and there is a lot of hesitation. Sometimes there's just a downright rejection. And then through building relationships first and trust, because poetry is about empathy and poetry is about revealing these like hidden parts of yourself, building trust and building community happens first for us. And then you start to see young people realize that, oh, I do have something to say. I do have something worth saying. When they're constantly hearing from a mentor that what they're saying matters, then they start to believe it eventually.
Right. Tell us about the Poet Laureate programs, national and in New York City. And you're running these programs. How do you choose who the Poet Laureate's going to be?
It is the hardest choice every single year, every year. So I'm the person that runs the New York City Youth Poet Laureate program. So I'm a part of the team that chooses who the next laureate will be, and we take a lot into account. We're looking for like a poet that's not just very talented, not just a talented writer, not just a talented performer, but someone who has a perspective and is prepared to share that with the world. Like we want young people that are young professionals. They're on that track already.
What does it mean for someone who is a Poet Laureate? What does that title mean?
That's a good question. It is one of the most important roles a young person could have in our organization because they are getting direct mentorship. Like I work very, very closely with the lovely Miss Hoshiko Shu. And it's a blessing to be able to work with them because it's not just about editing poems. It's also about what types of workshops do you want to facilitate? Who do you want to meet? Like what organizations do you think you'd like to partner with? And so we don't always get to have that sort of relationship with every kid that we work with, but the laureates get a lot of mentorship opportunities and just opportunities like this.
You know, one of the interesting things for me about poetry and music, and Jimmy Roberts really kind of put that on display tonight, is that I've always looked at music as poetry put to music. When you start talking about lyrics and then rhyming and people expressing themselves, do you see it? that way by any chance?
Of course, I don't really see any difference between. I mean, that hip hop is poetry, poetry is hip hop. Like it's all in the same world. It's just a creative expression using language.
And do kids grasp that concept, do you think? And does it make it easier to bring them in to get them to express themselves?
I think it's easier now because we've already had, like, there was the explosion of slam poetry.
Right.
So I think a lot of young people are already coming into our workshops with the understanding of, like, yeah, it's the same. They're all in the same vein.
If someone wants to participate in your workshops, how do they reach you? What do you do? How do you?
Well, we are a small but mighty team, so I can give you my direct contact because that's the easiest way. But you can reach out to me, Ebony, at urbanwordnyc.org, and it's Ebony with an I. You're not going to find anyone on our, if you're emailing Ebony with a Y, no one's going to be answering that email. So reach out to Ebony with an I at urbanwordnyc.org, and we will put you on our youth mailing list. If you're a parent, we can put you on our grown-up mailing list. But yes, we're certainly always open our doors to young people, and so if you have one in your life that might be interested in this type of program, then come on down.
It's an honor and a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Ebony Hogan is the program director for Urban Word. Thank you so much. Good. Time now to introduce KC Trommer to the green space, the stage here. KC Trommer, come on up. KC Trommer is a Jackson Heights-based poet and the founder of QUEENSBOUND, an audio poetry project by, for, and about Queens.
Would.
Casey, I understand you have a poem to share with us?
Yes, I do. I'm going to read a poem called Comings and Goings.
Would you like to do it there?
And I'm going to go do it over
Mm-hmm.
there. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm a short person. Yes, I am. I'm just going to read this quickly and then talk about a few other things. But I wrote this poem, Comings and Goings. I'm going to dedicate it to my neighbor, Dion. And somebody from my building is here. Aaron, hello. Hi, neighbor. Comings and goings. Cheek to jowl, shoulder to shoulder, rubbing elbows, packed in like sardines, tip to tail. Upstairs, the creaking of floorboards at 6:05, my weekday alarm clock. Downstairs, I drop a plate in the kitchen, and Nettie thinks I've just bowled a strike. Sorry, I need my glasses, pardon. One neighbor, not the good kind, was up at all hours, told me to soundproof my ceiling. One, the good kind, lent me a shovel when New York had more snow than Maine. No need to put a glass to the wall to hear them loving and yelling and cooing. We see each other in the hallway, say nothing. All of us known and unknowable, nestled in our rooms at night, holding fast, like a secret we're afraid to spill. Sometimes I forget I need my glasses.
Yeah, I need my glasses too. So.
Certain age
Okay,
kind of problem.
Casey, I want to say now, the stage is yours. I'm interested in what you're about to do here.
Okay, I just sat back down, but I will get up again. Okay, so we are going to. I'm going to take us through a few things. I'm going to talk a little bit first.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to forgive me. I'm going to reset. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Well, so I wanted to say thank you, Michael.
You're most welcome. Most welcome.
And,
Thank you.
But now I feel awkward. Anyway,
Why?
okay, I don't know. I'll come back over here. I'll just talk over here. But now I'm going to talk. I'm going to give my whole spiel right to you. I wanted to thank you for making space for poetry on Morning Edition every year. It's always so delightful. And I want to thank Meryl Agish, who's not here tonight, but is the founder of the Queen's Memory Project, or runs the Queen's Memory Project, an amazing project that's nestled within the Queen's Museum, and Carla Willis and Alec Hamilton, the WNYC producers, and the staff. I'm so sorry, I'm going to read again. Veronica Del Valle and Amanda Rozon, both who went through the poems and collected and shared them for us this month.
They are amazing.
Yeah. And everybody at the Green Space.
They are amazing.
Yeah. making this night possible. So, and thanks to all of you for being here and for giving us some of your time for poetry on a beautiful Wednesday night in April at the end of National Poetry Month. So I think for me that we can all agree that the world feels really scary. I mean, you don't have to agree if you don't feel that way, but for me, it's been really beautiful. Yeah, I mean, it's been really beautiful. I kind of was telling Alec when we were talking that I kind of had to turn away, forgive me, from Michael Hill's buttery Kerry Gold butter voice, because the news has just been terrible. So poetry has brought me back to the news. And there's a quote by William Carlos Williams that many of you may know. It's difficult to get the news from poems, yet men die miserably every day for lack of what is found there. And so I thank WNYC for kind of flipping that by dropping poems in between terrifying headline after terrifying headline, and to get our poems from the news. And as Jimmy noted, we're always getting poets are always getting asked for poems when emotions are running high. We're looking for poems to read at funerals, right, to contain a grief, to share when somebody gets married, and when we fall in love. And so, I'm going to sound really like a poet, but we need poetry all the time. I have a feeling this room is receptive to that thought. It's been just really wonderful to hear everything from everyone, and it's so important to listen to one another and to hold what we learn from listening. And this is how we're going to survive all of this nonsense and crazy times. So I wanted to share, before we write together, which is actually what this is all leading up to, I wanted to share a poem that I love by the poet Terrence Hayes, New York poem. And I've got a clipboard, just forgive me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to bleep out one of the words, but New York poem by Terrence Hayes. In New York, from rooftop on Chinatown, one can see sci-fi bridges and aisles of buildings where there are more miles of shortcuts and alternative takes than there are Miles Davis alternative takes. There is a white girl who looks hijacked with feeling in her glittering jacket and her boots that look made of dinosaur skin, and R is saying to her, "I love you," again and again. On a Chinatown rooftop in New York, anything could happen. Someone says abattoir is such a pretty word for slaughterhouse. Someone says mermaids are just fish ladies. I am so vain. I cannot imagine anyone is threatened by me. In New York, not everyone is forgiven. Dear New York, dear girl with a barcode tattooed on the side of your face, and everyone writing poems inside and outside the subways. Dear people underground in New York, on the sci-fi bridges and aisles of New York, on the rooftops of Chinatown, where Miles Davis is pumping in, and someone is telling me about contronyms, how cleave and cleave are the same word, looking in opposite directions. I now know bolt is to lock and bolt is to run away. That's how I think of New York. Someone jonesing for Grace Jones at the party. Someone jonesing for Grace. Fred, so that's also how you do it. And it's been great to hear MA and everyone today read as well. So I wanted everyone to, what I'm going to do now is ask everybody to just take a moment. We're going to write together. But first, before I do that, I just want to say, Queens is very much well represented in the house today. MA is from St. Albans. Yes, to Queens. Yes. And Hoshiko is also living in Queens, the poet laureate, the youth poet laureate. And I'm founder of the QUEENSBOUND project, which is also a kind of a listening and sharing project. So that project is called queensbound.com. It's an audio project. We've got 60 poets, of which MA is a contributor. Micah, who's the reason I know MA, because I heard MA read an amazing poem many years ago at the Queens Public Library event. Catherine Capon is in this project. And MA read a poem called ATCQ, A Tribe Called Queens. We are well represented in this room, and the poets in this project are contributing poems in their own voices about the borough. So the spirit of this night is very much akin to the spirit of my project. So I want you to just take a moment, think about wherever you came here from, whoever you surround yourself with, and we're going to do just a little exercise. So I think we have some sentence starts up in the projections here. I'm going to read them for you, and if you're playing along at home on the live stream, I encourage you to take out a pen and paper. If you're seated at the table here, please do the same. And we're just going to write together. No big deal. Just write a couple things, and then we'll see what we can do with it. So, bye, Michael. Sorry, did I chase you off the stage? So sorry. Okay, so the first one is, we live here, so we. And so for that one, you can say, we live here, so we do X, Y, Z. We eat arepas, we listen to rajas, whatever it is, dance like champions, right? My neighbor told me, which you would want to do, quote somebody, name somebody. They might not be here. You can say anything. It can be funny. Capture their voice if you can. Next door there is. It's like for me in Jackson Heights, LaGuardia, or like quiet lady with 5 cats, you know. So just take a couple minutes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and just don't overthink it. Just put pen to paper and see what you come up with. Starting now. That was 1 minute. Okay, 10 seconds left. Okay, everybody, so finish what you're writing. And now we're just gonna kind of do a little weaving. So look at what you've got. If you're watching on the live stream, please feel free to enter your favorite line that you just wrote. Let's call it a line now that you're done writing, and put it in the chat. If you're in the audience here, pick the line that you like best. And if you would like to share it, I'd like to get 6 volunteers on this side and 6 volunteers on this side. Just to line up. You can do it. It's low stakes. You just wrote it. Perfection is the enemy. Yes. You can pick people. Oh, that's very teacherly of you. Either get up or Michael Hill's going to come pick you. 6 people on either side. 1, thank you, kind sir. 1, 2, yes, yes. Hold on 1 second, just hold that for now. Or you're gonna do it. Forgive me, sorry. Okay, so do we have, how are we doing? We need 3 more people.
Okay, we're good.
Yes, exactly. That is the spirit. So, right. So we just wrote a poem that could have only happened with the people in this room, but we don't know what the poem is yet. Haha. Okay. So yes, good. We're gonna go across the stage. So you'll go first, second, and then quietly peel away without hurting yourself. Away, and let the next person go across the stage. Does that make sense? Yes. So okay, you're first.
Next door, there is silence, punctuated by intermittent bickering.
We live here, so we have to hustle.
We eat here, so we eat soubrettes.
We live here, so we sleep here.
Next door, there is a mysterious pipe leading from the building to the sewer.
We live here, so we stoops it.
My neighbor told me that a clog in my 4th floor steam pipe is the reason his 1st floor apartment is cold.
We live here and chat on the train while eating baked sweet things.
We live here, so we never tell the barista our order. They know.
We live here below the hum of the Triborough Bridge, below the swooping red-tailed hawk looking for his next squirrel or long-tailed rat.
My neighbor told me that she wanted to help me when I became caretaker to my parents, because when she was new to the neighborhood, my grandmother welcomed her like a daughter returning home.
My neighbor told me, sure, you can take the cup of brown sugar. Borrow the tie. You need trash bags? Here, have 3.
Okay, everybody. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. So that was a poem that could have only happened tonight with all of you here. I just wanted to say thank you for everything. We are going to wrap it up, I think, from now. Yeah? Does anybody want to close out? Yeah? Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your kind attention. Thank you for writing and sharing.
If you are brave enough to read, we have a little gift for you. Veronica, where are you? If she doesn't find you, please find her before the end of the show.
Thank you, Al. How about another hand for KC Trommer? And how about a hand for you? Jimmy, will you honor us again, please? That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Jimmy Roberts once again. And as we're closing tonight, I really want to thank you for coming out and taking part in WNYC's April Poetry Month. We love doing this, and we love seeing you, and we love having you tune into Morning Edition as well. For all of us here, thank you for coming this evening, and be safe.
This is a song with music by me, lyrics by Kate Light. It's a love song called 100% Wonderful. I dedicate it to WNYC and Poetry Month, which has been 100% wonderful. Well, I got me a brand new focus since you crossed my path. I don't go for no hocus pocus, baby, but do the math. 100% sweet, 100% free, 100% meat with a whole new me. It's 100% wonderful, 100% fate, 100% real, 100% great is the way I feel. 100% wonderful, so wonderful. You were headed in my direction. You slid right through that door, and with only a brief inspection, we felt we'd met before. 100% fate, 100% real, 100% great is the way I feel, 'cause you got me utterly tingly to the core, and that's just wonderful. I never will feel glum, I never will feel blue, 'cause two is the best sum when it's me plus you. That's 100% wonderful, so wonderful. There's a kind of a cool precision in the way you caught my eye. Now I'm giving up long division so we can multiply. 100% I, 100% know that you got the right guy, so away we go off to set a perfect permanent precedent. We're soaring, 'cause we're scoring 100%. Thank you. We're done.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you.
Too much.
Thank you so much again. Thanks to all of you guys for coming out tonight. Thanks to everyone who sent us a poem this month. Whether we put it on the air or not, we read every single one, and we appreciated every single one. There were so many more than we wanted to put on the air than we had room for. Thank you to the Green Space. Thank you to my colleagues at Morning Edition. Thank you to our poets tonight. Thank you guys again for coming out. Have a wonderful night.
Is there anyone who read a line who hasn't gotten a zine yet? I tried to get everyone, but I was perfect.